Hey guys, my name is Will Everett. This is my IGO NGO video upload. And my NGO, my non-governmental organization that I have chosen, is American Near East Refugee Aid, also called ANERA. And ANERA is a nonprofit charitable organization dedicated, concerned with the long-term developmental needs of Palestinians, Israelis, Lebanese, and Jordanians. What they do is they assist grassroots organizations to provide communities with crucial healthcare and community services, in addition to increasing employment and educational opportunities for deprived groups of people. Large amounts of conflicts going on over in that area of the Middle East. Um, Another example of what they do through an in-kind program, ANERA assists medical clinics and hospitals in meeting their annual requirements of pharmaceuticals and medical supplies that sends emergency shipments in times of conflict, which is constant, especially in the what I'm going to be focusing on, which I'll get to in a second, is Gaza Strip and the West Bank. They are a pioneer in supporting Arab-Israeli cooperative projects, such as Friends of the Earth Middle East, which is an association of Israeli, Jordanian, and Palestinian environmental other NGOs that have come together. Since 1968, NARA has helped provide the basic necessities to life to people affected by war and conflict. Like I said, we're going to get into one of the conflicts that we discussed in this class, Israel and Palestine, specifically focusing on Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Now, the specific problem that I'm going to be focusing on and talk about how the NGO addresses that problem is access to clean water. So, ANERA has these three entities for their water division. That's irrigation, sewage and sanitation, and access to clean water just broadly. So, focusing on irrigation, drier seasons and political obstacles to water, or the problem of gaining access to water due to political violence, actually, means that Palestinian farms face major challenges. But ANERA has implemented rainwater collection and treated wastewater facilities to help with that. So, for example, in the West Bank, they build water collection ponds and cisterns to maximize availability to fresh water. Um, they identify the most isolated communities and repair pipelines so that they can extend to said communities. They also work with farmers to discuss how they can be more sustainable and cut nearly 70% of their water overuse. Um, in Gaza, they're focusing on repairing small desalination stations, building reservoirs and pumping stations, and replacing leaking pipes. Um, Also, in the topic of clean sewage water, they have engineers on the ground working on pumping stations and replacing leaking pipes as well. Um, Implementing sewage systems. I mean, you have to remember this part of the world is extremely old and the infrastructure is dilapidated. The reason why this is so important is because, water is everything. We as humans are made up of a large majority water. And, it literally touches every single part of life. Without clean water, you are greatly hindered in development. So, you are already in a place that is dealing with conflict that is far behind developmentally than a large part of the world. Just, unlucky in terms of geography. And if you can get them to be having access to clean water, that's the start of everything. Therefore, you can grow your farms, and farms leads to a higher yield of food so that your people are healthier, and when people are healthy, they are contributing more to society. Um, so specifically what they've done in the Gaza Strip and West Bank, 35,000 residents of Beit Lahia in Gaza now have access to reliable water network. They've constructed physically 7 water reservoirs. They've given 3,312 hygiene kits to learn about and to prevent waterborne diseases. In 2016, ANERA helped irrigate 1,730 acres of farmland with treated wastewater. The current water project that they're doing as we speak will give the people of Gaza 50,000 of those people will have better access to clean water neighborhoods where it's needed most. Basically, what they do is they are making sure that the infrastructure has been updated enough to allow access to clean water. Things that they could do better, they could advertise better. I think they could lobby better in Congress. Their budget, there was some controversy regarding their budget in a congressional hearing last year, where basically, and it's the nature of the beast. They were accused of letting their budget kind of slip into the hands of the wrong people. But that all comes, from Congress, and I think that some better lobbying will really help their cause, fund them better. And again, the advertising piece of it is to make sure people know, make sure people know what they are and what they're doing and what they're about. And I really think that comes with nailing down, getting their name out there, really. So, um, there you go. That's my NGO, ANERA. Please go to ANERA.org and donate. It's for an amazing cause, an amazing part of the world, and I hope that you all benefited from this. So thank you.